Hey everybody, Justin from Tallah here, and if this is the first of the Tallah concept videos that you're watching, pause the video now and make sure you go back and watch all the other videos in this series or you are going to be lost. The next track on Matriphagy is Placenta. Placenta was the second track on the EP, so you had Kungan and Placenta. So you can already see how much of the story I had to cut out without redacted, no one should read this, and overconfidence. That's three major points that were just whoosh, and we just had Kungan and Placenta. If you're one of the fans who has been around with us since 2018, by now you probably know what Placenta is about, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Placenta is really just Kungan analyzing his situation and turning it around, looking at it from different angles and trying to figure out, like, alright, I wanted to try to dig my way out, but I got caught, I got in trouble, I don't really know what to do. His little buddy, Limpbizkit here, says, hey, I've got an idea.
Well, you can't live with her, and you can't run away from her, so why don't you?
In the past, Kungan never would have considered killing his mom. That's heresy. But because his fuse has already burned down so much and his walls have already closed in, when Limpbizkit suggests this, Kungan's like, you know, that's not a bad idea. So he writes it down in his journal, and he teeters back and forth with the idea, but he comes to the conclusion that he can't leave her and she can't leave him because they rely on each other. It's a very sick relationship. So unable to physically kill his mother, he comes up with a new idea where he sort of writes like an SOS in his journal, and he rips it out, folds it, puts it in his chest pocket. He brings Limpbizkit with him and musters the courage to go down that forbidden corridor. His plan is to go as far as he dares. He writes, no one should read this on the piece of parchment. He's hoping that it's like reverse psychology and they will read it and they'll find out that he's trapped in there and maybe they'll come see it. As he's making this journey, he's going further and further into the maze, and he starts to fear that his mother knows. He's afraid that he keeps looking around, wondering if his mother's just gonna come out of the black and which is kind of the point of the line when he says, how far do I get before you whiff up my scent? He just doesn't know how far he can go. But he keeps going and going and going, and eventually he reaches a point where he just kind of puts the note down, and he's like, alright, I'm out of here. Books it back to the main chamber. Nobody's gonna find it because, like I explained to you in the preface video, there's a giant vault door with a combination lock. No one's gonna find that note. But the action of him planting the note is very, 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 very important, because this is him. He's detaching himself from her. Even though he hasn't actually physically accomplished anything, he's mentally one step closer to detaching from her and being his own person. And the lyrics of Placenta express that when he says, I don't believe in you anymore. The problem is not him, it's her. She's made him like this. It's almost like a Bates Motel kind of situation where it's like who's crazier, him or his mom? Like, she made him this way. Had he been able to live a normal life with a normal mother, maybe he would have been fine. So for the most part, that is what Placenta is about. As usual, if you've got questions, concerns, whatever, blast them into that comment section. I'll be sure to read them, and I'll see you in the next video.